Is leave granted?
Mr Temporary Speaker, the member for Murray-Darling is right. Mr Temporary Speaker, the National Party is right on this issue. And it's about time that the Liberals and the rest of the government members realise that the National Party and the member for Murray-Darling is correct. And I want to talk about that because the New South Wales government will fail. The New South Wales government will fail to meet its municipal waste recycling target. The target is 66% by 2014. That's the target, and this government is currently only reaching 44%. The only way the government will meet its municipal recycling targets is if it supports the National Party and the member for Murray-Darling. We know that in South Australia, that's had container deposit scheme in place for 30 years, is achieving more than 80% recycling. 80%, Mr Temporary Speaker. And the Northern Territory has just introduced it. Internationally, these deposit refund schemes are the most effective mechanism for achieving high container recovery rates. Container deposit schemes exist in Canada, Sweden, Germany, Norway, the Netherlands, Belgium, Denmark, Austria, Israel, 11 states in the United States, and on average the recycling is 80% and as high as 95%. Now why don't we have a container deposit legislation scheme? Because Labor buckled under the pressure from the beverage industry. In 1995, the Carr government went to the election saying, we are introducing CDL. That's what they told us in 95. They promised to introduce it, but a beverage council coalition called the Industry Environment Council knocked it off. But what was revealed in a call for papers in the upper house by the Greens is that there was a report in 2000 that was commissioned by the government, and what did it tell the government? It said, that report, which was commissioned by the Carr government, said that the industry did not want to hear this, that the 10% refundable deposit on bottles and other containers would create 1,500 jobs, it would ease Sydney's landfill problems, and that of course was supported by local government that has emphatically supported the container deposit legislation scheme. The state government can do it, they can do it now, but of course they should be lobbying their federal colleagues at every opportunity to help make sure that it gets done. But it can be done at the local level in the upper house. The Greens have moved the bill, and in the lower house, the Clover Moore has also moved the identical bill. The government could get it through tomorrow. The Greens would vote for the government in the upper house, as some of our upper house colleagues here would know, and the lower house would get it through. And you can see the impact, and I'll finish on this, you can see the impact. When you're driving from South Australia into New South Wales, how do you know you're in New South Wales? You can see the glittering all along the highway of the bottles and the cans and the plastic all along the highway. And that's why this government should be listening to the member for Murray-Darling. 10,000 names on a petition in his electorate is a huge achievement. I acknowledge the work of that member, who's a champion for his local community, fighting for these issues. It's good for the state, it's good for local government, it's good for jobs, and the government should adopt it.
Order. Thank you. The House will now consider the petitions